Welcome back, people. Wow, what a morning. I wanted to have a quick video about WordPress, installing WordPress, and the problems I faced. Now, installing WordPress, the first job is to download WordPress. If you go to my downloads, I've already downloaded it. You can go, there it is, and you download it, you double click it, and then this is normally the words of WordPress. So normally it's like WordPress. That's what that folder normally looks like, right? You double click it, and inside that you've got the WordPress folder structure. Happy days. But as I've already got a WordPress installation, I've got to rename this because it's no good. And I called it theme dev. That's it. Enter. Now that is valid because inside my this PC, I've already done this process, of course. Go to my www. Then go to my there's WordPress, my initial one, and I'm going to use that WordPress installation as basically a mess about, try different things, But I've also got now theme dev, which is a WordPress installation. Click it, there it all is. There's a config file, it's all been done. So yeah, this is going to be that. But I encountered a few problems, people. When it came to, if you look at the databases, you must make sure that the UTF-8MB4 Unicode CI is selected. It must be that one, otherwise it just won't work. I tried another UTF number, but it didn't work for me, so I had to delete, restart, and eventually I got it to work. So you might encounter problems, and the instructions I went to, well, actually, if you go to, first of all, you're going to go to download WordPress. You're going to click on this link that says download WordPress, easy peasy, and if you get to this screen, download WordPress, and then you can unzip it and job done. You haven't got to rename yours. If you've already got WordPress installed on a local server, you are good to go. If you haven't, then you have to download the server, get that set up, download WordPress, put that into your folder, www folder, and then start the process. So once you've downloaded it and you've gone through the process of downloading it, etc., you're going to want to go to the developer WordPress, type that in your search box, and you should come to this page, developerwordpress.org. And if you go through this settings or these page, it's the thing called themes. Click on the themes, and then you got the theme handbook. This is the place where you're going to be spending most of your time. It's massive, this mammoth in the structure of it and the things that you can learn and develop. So in this handbook you can learn how to build block themes or classic themes. I will be doing or converting Sunny Days Airlines into a classic theme, not a blocks theme. It'll be a classic theme, okay? So I'll be doing a classic theme. For you, if you click get started and then go tools and setup, you can come down here and read all this stuff, please do. And it says here, set up a local development environment. That's downloading things like WAMP, MAMP, XAMPP, local, Docker, all kinds of stuff. But for PC, I'm using WAMP, WAMP. It says installing WordPress, okay, job done. And if you click this link that says how to install WordPress, and this is, if you've done this already, pretty easy stuff, but you've got your basic instructions, yes, read it, but then just underneath you've got detailed instructions, and go for it. And you follow these instructions in turn, but when it gets to like this thing, you want Unicode, the one I've just said to you. You want the Unicode CI, okay? Well, you might not want to, depends on where you are in the world, I suppose. But for me, the only one that worked for me was the Unicode one. And then you go into PHP and create a database. because you're inside a local, you can keep everything as root. Don't do any passwords, right? The user for your database is going to be root. You're going to have to give it a name, of course. So if you look at my database, I've given it the name of ThemeDev. If I click it, it should give me root. So I'm using it under the root, yeah, and then root hasn't got a password, so happy days. If you want to get out of this screen and go back to home, you click the home button. There it is, job done. User accounts, there's root, no passwords. You're going to use the same thing. But once you've gone through that process of following these instructions to install WordPress, happy days. Now you can either do two things. You can put in and configure the wconfig file, right, manually inside Visual Studio Code, and then save it as and get rid of the sample bit and just have wp-config.php, for which they say there somewhere along the line, there it is, save the file, done. Upload the files in the root directory, subdirectory, run the script. Point your browser to install the script. There it is, people. So follow all these instructions, log in, get your dashboard, happy days, finished installation. If you get stuck, there's plenty of stuff out on the web to help you out if you need to, happy days. So once you've installed WordPress and you've got it all working, I'll show you what that looks like in a minute. So one of my problems I was facing was the bit when it said localhost. So this localhost, yeah, for some reason wouldn't work for me this time round. I had to type in this one inside my wp config file, and it was 127.0.0.1 and then they specify, well, the answer to the question on Stack Overflow is that you put all this number in and then you put 3307 in. I tried the 3308 and it worked for me. So that was another problem I was having. So if you encounter problems when it said database error, database connection cannot be established, or something of that nature, change the host name. So you've got your DB name, which you're going to give it anyway. You're going to give it where the host is, and we're going to now change the host to this thing. But do try the local host first. If it says database error connection, then type this in. And then you've got also the user of that database that you've just created, and we're going to keep that at root, and there is no password. Happy days. It's all on local server. You don't really care really too much. You shouldn't do anyway. So now forget this one, and then when you've loaded it up, you get this, a brand new WordPress installation. If I go and see this in, I've named it WP Theme Development, for me anyway, and that's it. We're into 2024 theme, and this is a block theme, but everything's now set up for theme development, well, to a point anyway. If you go back to appearance and themes, I've only got 3 themes, 24, 23 and 22. Happy days. This is what you get when you get a brand new thingy. But you'll notice under the appearance and themes there's a new thing called editor. That's because from, I think it was 22, from 22 onwards, so 22, 23 and 24 are block themes where you can, this is the, look at styles, we can look at styles, I can change the style of it. Let's amber, has it changed anything? Yeah, it's changed to amber, look. So that box there, if I change it to this minty colour, it's changed to minty colour, and I can save all this stuff. I've been reading about this inside that handbook. I've been brushing up on my skills and my knowledge of WordPress because it has advanced a hell of a lot. So if you go back to the handbook, developer WordPress website, just so you know where it bloody is, do you know what I mean? This is themes, and then this is the handbook. And I got down to global settings and styles in the theme JSON. That's connected to block themes. I will be looking at block themes and going through maybe my first ever block theme ever. So and looking delving into block themes, maybe, if you want to see that. But I'm definitely doing it anyway, because according to them, block themes is the future of WordPress, but they still do at its core classic themes, and they still work classic themes do and all that. They aren't saying don't do it in classic themes. It's just that the developers of WordPress and the owners of WordPress are trying to push everything to block themes now, if they haven't already. But they still allow classic themes. They aren't putting them down or depicting them. You can still do classic themes. So if you want to read the books and learn lots about WordPress, you need to come to WordPress Developers Resources, developer.wordpress.org, themes, and it's all there for you people to read. I advocate this highly. So what's next for me? Basically, we're going to convert, don't need this no more, we are going to convert this website, the HTML version of it anyway. So in the Sunny Airlines, we've got images, blog, index. That's it. This is all HTML, this, people. So we're going to convert this to an actual working theme as a classic theme inside my local environment. So hopefully, people, you've got an idea and a concept of where to go to actually build or put it in. So if you look, I'll just show you quickly in WAMP 64 in my www. You see I've got an installation of WordPress there. That's the one I use generally. So inside that we've got the admin, content includes, and all these files. Happy days. Go back to the www. You'll see another folder called theme dev. If I click on this, oh look, the same file structure, because it's the second install of WordPress. I could have named it WordPress 2, and then I could install WordPress 3, and that's like a new installation, new dashboard, new everything, and you can keep on adding them as much as you want. All you've got to do is create them new databases to do that. So either way, people, I've encountered many problems and overcome them. I started recording these things, and oh god. So if you get yourself set up and you've got your dashboard up and running and you can log into it and log out, happy days. You're now set to follow the next instructions, which is, if you've downloaded the file from the previous video, you've got all the HTML code. We are set now for theme development. The next set of 2 to 3 videos will be called Sunny Days Airlines WordPress theme, right? WordPress theme, and I'll go part 4 on part 5 because it's inside the same series anyway. So as long as you got that, and I've hopefully the problems I've encountered installing a new installation of WordPress, you might encounter. Hopefully that's some help to you. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, guys. Thank you. See you again. Bye now.